That hair is a distraction. The words hit harder than the silence that follows. Maya doesn't move. Can't. Her hands grip the edges of her backpack so tight her knuckles pale. "Excuse me," she says, but it comes out soft, almost unsure. The principal doesn't flinch. "We don't allow unprofessional appearances in this school, Maya. You were warned." She wasn't. Not once. Her afro is neatly shaped, moisturized, pulled away from her face just enough to keep her eyes clear. She knows. She spent an hour making sure it was perfect. It's my real hair. And that's the problem. The white teachers behind him exchange a glance, then look away. One taps on their phone. Recording, not helping. Maya feels her ears burning. Her face was hot. Shame, anger. She doesn't even know. "Why am I being punished for how I exist?" she says, the words sharper now, braver than she feels. "Because you're disrupting the learning environment," he says calmly. "We've had complaints." Maya looks through the office window. A girl with electric blue hair and a chain around her neck walks by. Not a complaint in sight. The principal leans forward. "Call your guardian. You're suspended until that hair is gone." Her heart drops. She swallows back the lump in her throat. This can't be real. But it is. Maya stares at the desk phone like it might bite her. Her fingers hover over the keypad. "I'm not calling her," she says under her breath. The principal folds his arms. "Then I will." The silence thickens. Shame creeps under her skin like smoke, quiet and suffocating. She thinks about her mom's words that morning. "Your hair is your crown. Walk like you know it." She did. Until now. Outside the glass, students pass like nothing's wrong. Her eyes lock on Kara, white, popular, loud. Bright pink box braids falling down her back. She's laughing with friends, high-fiving someone. No detention. No principal's office. No shame. How come she can wear braids? Maya asks. Or dye her hair. Nobody sends her home. The principal's voice tightens. This isn't about her. But it's always about me, she says. The teachers say nothing. One glances at the door. The other stares at their coffee. Not one person in the room meets her eyes. I didn't do anything wrong, Maya whispers. Then you'll be back when your hair follows the rules, he says, already turning to his laptop. Maya stands up slowly, her body heavy. She grabs her bag but leaves her dignity behind. She walks toward the office door. One teacher shifts in her seat, tapping her screen again, still recording. Why are you filming? Maya asks, pausing. Just protocol, the teacher mutters. Is it protocol to say nothing when this happens? She snaps. The door clicks behind her like a seal shutting. Like proof, silence doesn't just mean agreement, sometimes it's worse. As she walks past the front office, the secretary pretends to type, pretends not to notice her swollen eyes or trembling hands. They all saw it, she thinks. They just didn't care enough to stop it. Maya's shoes hit the floor too loudly in the hallway. She keeps her head down, but even from the corner of her eye, she sees them, smiles, sneers, whispers curling like smoke around her. One kid mutters, thought she was reading at the assembly. Another shrugs, guess not. Maya doesn't respond, just walk. She passes the gym. Inside, students laugh, toss balls, live. Her chest tightens. Then she sees it. A girl with piercings, ripped jeans, half her head shaved. No suspension, no lecture, no principal is waiting to shame her. Maya glances at her reflection in the trophy case. Her afro catches the light, big, beautiful, bold. Why me? She whispers. She already knows the answer. She adjusts her straps and keeps walking. You're not in trouble for breaking the rules, she thinks. You're in trouble because the rules were never meant for you to survive. She sinks onto the concrete steps outside the school. It's cold, the sun is out, but it doesn't feel like it. Her fingers tremble as she pulls out her phone. She scrolls past texts, group chats she's not really in anymore, messages from teachers about assignments she suddenly can't turn in. She finds her mom's name and presses call. One ring, two, then, "Hey, baby," her mom answers, voice soft. Maya tries to speak. Nothing comes out at first. Then, "They sent me home." A pause. "What happened?" "They said I'm not allowed to be me," Maya says, "because of my hair." There's no sound on the line, just breath. Then her mom says the 6 words that shift everything. "Okay, I'm on my way."
She never causes trouble. She's so well-spoken. She's not like the others.
Maya's heard it all, the praise that feels like packaging. At North Crest Prep, being the only black girl in advanced English means smiling through sharp compliments with dull edges. So she stays quiet. But her notebook? That's where she screams. Poems about freedom, pages about being overlooked, sketches of girls with crowns of curls like armor. The teachers call her soft-spoken. What they don't know is that silence was never fear. It was fuel. And today, she's done being silent. Maya's mom waits in the car, arms folded, jaw set. "You okay?" she asks as Maya slides in. Maya nods. She's lying. Ms. D knows. Her mom doesn't yell. Don't rush to fix it. She watches, calculates, protects, like it's instinct. At school, they call her Miss D, short for Davis. No one connects the dots. Not to the name in the film credits, not to the face that changed a generation. And she likes it that way. Until now. "You're so articulate. I wish I had your hair. Is it like all natural?" They say it like praise, like generosity. Maya smiles because she has to. What they really mean is, "You surprise us by being more than what we expected of you." And that's not a compliment. That's a cage. Every microaggression at school stings sharper than the last, not because they're loud, but because they're constant. No one ever says, "I see you," just, "You're not like the rest." The last time the relaxer burned her scalp, Maya said no more. "I want to wear it out," she told her mom. Her mom just smiled. "Then wear it like a crown." The first day she walked into school with her afro full and free, the stares were immediate. Girls giggled. Teachers blinked twice. Even the hall monitors paused. She wasn't loud, but suddenly they all looked at her like she was. Not angry, not inappropriate, just unapologetically visible. Her Black History Month essay on Rosa Parks was fire, evidence, passion, voice. The class clapped. Even the teacher looked impressed. Then the principal handed it back. "Tone was too emotional," he said. "B." No notes, no feedback, just a grade that said, "Know your place." Maya folded the paper in half. "Got it," she said without looking up. Maya always knew she was different, but today she learned the difference was never welcome. "Okay, that's enough. Let's stay objective." Her teacher's voice slices through the classroom mid-sentence, right as Maya is quoting Angela Davis. Her chest tightens. She blinks. "Was I being disrespectful?" she asks. "Not at all," he replies, forced smiling. "Just keep the emotion out of it. We're analyzing history, not reliving it." The class goes quiet. A few students glance at her, then quickly away. Maya swallows it, again. She'd been talking about peaceful resistance, not yelling, not slamming, just speaking with heart. But in rooms like this, black passion gets mistaken for aggression. And white discomfort? That's the real thing being protected. Later, her teacher praises a white boy for being powerful in his delivery. She doesn't say a word. But that night she rewrites the whole speech, with even more fire. "Wait, why did you switch the topic?" Maya stops short in the hallway. Her group partners fumble for words. "We just thought maybe voting rights was easier to explain, like, for everyone." "Easier for who?" They avoid her eyes. Originally, Maya was assigned to present on the Civil Rights Act. Then, without warning, she's reassigned to the women's suffrage slide. Still important, still powerful, but not her choice. One of them mutters, "It's not personal." But it is. Because what they really meant was, The black girl might make it too political, too emotional, too uncomfortable. Maya forces a smile. "Next time," she says, "let me be the one to decide what I get," and walks away. "Fix your hair before picture day, just giving you a heads up." Maya stops. The hall monitor doesn't. He's already halfway down the corridor, clipboard in hand, power in voice. She touches her afro. It's clean, it's shaped, it's hers. But to him, it's out of line. He didn't say it was messy, he said it was a problem. And for some reason it always becomes one when it's on her head. She breathes deep. Keep walking. But the shame lingers like smoke in her lungs. The kind of shame you don't earn, but still have to carry. "Hi, thanks for coming. So glad to meet you. You must be..." "Oh." The principal's face freezes when Miss D extends her hand. He nods but skips her name. Skips the greeting. Move on. Maya sees it. Every parent gets eye contact, a smile, a handshake. Except hers.
"Maybe he was just busy," Maya offers. Ms. D raises an eyebrow. But Maya knows what she saw, and deep down, she knows this wasn't the first time someone looked through them instead of at them. "Ong, your braids are everything," a teacher gushes, to the white girl in the hallway. Not a word when Maya wore hers last semester. No, scratch that. She did get a word. Too distracting, the assistant principal had said. Detention. For a hairstyle rooted in her culture, but for others, it's a costume. That's the difference between appreciation and appropriation. Maya clocks it. The girls know it too, but they keep laughing. And Maya keeps shrinking. Not because she's ashamed, but because she's tired of defending what should have never been up for debate. Am I imagining this? Maybe I'm too sensitive. Maybe if I smiled more, spoke less, stayed small. But no matter how quiet she is, the room still shifts. The eyes still follow. And the message stays clear. You're too much. Maya, a word. Now. She's 3 steps from the auditorium door when the assistant principal's voice snatches her back. She follows him into a side room. Her Ankara gown brushes her calves. She smooths it nervously. There's been a change. What change? She asks, heart thudding. The show starts in 5 minutes. We've decided to adjust the program. You've been cut. Her breath catches. Cut? She repeats. Why? Your poem, it's a little heavy. We need something more uplifting. We don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. You mean the truth makes you uncomfortable. He stiffens. Tone, Maya. She bites her tongue so hard she tastes blood. She's rehearsed this poem for weeks, for Black History Month, about her hair, her rage, her right to belong. You can still help backstage, he says, like it's a kindness. Her chest tightens. This wasn't just about stage time. This was her time. I'm not your stagehand, she says, barely a whisper. But he's already gone. Please welcome Jessica Smith, who will be reading a special piece on unity. Maya's nails dig into her palm as her white classmate steps on stage, clutching her poem. She hears it before she believes it. They called my crown too loud, but it was never made to whisper. Those are Maya's words, her rhythm, her fire. Only now they're stripped, soft, and sanitized. Recited like a bedtime story instead of a battle cry. The crowd claps along, oblivious. Jessica doesn't look at Maya once, the same girl who once asked, "What even is a hot comb?" Now stands under the spotlight, sipping credit from a cup she didn't fill. You should be proud, a teacher whispers beside Maya. It's still your work. But this isn't pride. It's betrayal. It's watching someone borrow your voice and still get more applause than you ever would. Her dress was meant to speak before she did. Ankara fabric, rich reds, bold golds, a pattern that dared to be seen. But now it rustles quietly as she walks down an empty hallway away from the stage, Not one audience member saw it. Not one camera flashed. All that intention invisible. She pulls out her phone, opens the Notes app, scrolls to the poem she's read 100 times. Each word feels heavier now, like it betrayed her too. She turns off her phone. The hallway swallows the sound. Backstage, Maya stands behind the curtain. The applause is still echoing. Jessica is grinning. "Sorry you didn't get to go up," she says. "But hey, your poem was fire." "Fire? Fire doesn't exist in silence." "How did you even get it?" Maya asks. "Mr. B handed it to me this morning, said you couldn't make it." Can't make it? Maya clenches her jaw. The principal steps up to the microphone. "We're sorry Maya couldn't join us today. She had a family matter." Lies. He scans the crowd like a preacher. But her words remind us, we're all more alike than different. Not what she wrote, not even close. She didn't write for unity. She wrote for the truth. And now her truth has been bleached into comfort. The crowd erupts in a standing ovation. Maya stands in the wings, fists trembling. Her printed poem is still in her hand, creased, damp, and now crumpled beyond repair. She hears her name mispronounced in a special thanks slide. No credit, no context, no voice. She stares down at the page. Each word cost her something. A piece of self-respect, of courage, of hope. And now it lies crushed in her palm like it never mattered. Miss D walks in, face unreadable. She sees the look in Maya's eyes. Don't ask what happened. She already knows. Instead, she reaches for Maya's hand, gently uncurls her fingers. "Smooth the paper out." "They dimmed the lights," she says, "but you still shine." Maya doesn't respond, because right now all she can feel is that deep, hollow ache of being in the room, but never part of it. Maya doesn't cry on stage. She cries behind it, one tear, quiet, slow, hot. "They took my voice," she says, "and gave it to her." She's not just mourning the stage time, she's mourning the theft, the way they made her invisible while holding her words like trophies. This wasn't just exclusion. This was discrimination disguised as decorum, a microaggression wrapped in applause. And Maya knows this is not the end. This is the beginning of something they won't be able to control. You ready for them to know who you are? Maya looks up. Ms. D isn't Ms. D anymore. She's Viola Davis, not the actress, the storm. Maya's never seen this version, jaw tight, eyes lit with heat, voice calm but lined with fire. "I let you walk through that school alone long enough," Viola says. "It's time." "What do you mean?" "I've kept quiet to protect you. I thought if we followed their rules, they'd leave you whole. I was wrong." She places Maya's poem, the original, printed clean, on the kitchen table. "We do this. There's no going back." Maya stares at the page, her voice, her name, her truth. "Let's go," she says, steady now. "Let them know who I am." The phone goes live. Viola doesn't flinch. "I'm not here as a parent begging for attention. I'm here because racial injustice hides in polished hallways and smiling faces." Maya steps into frame, voice low, measured. She reads her poem exactly how she wrote it. "My crown is not a costume. My presence is not aggression. I am not too much. You are too fragile." No tears this time, just the truth. Viola speaks after. They cut her from the program, gave her words to a white student, told her black pride was too loud. "This is not just about one poem," Maya adds. "It's about every time I was told to shrink so others could breathe." The live stream ends at 13 minutes. The comments keep rolling for hours. "Let Maya," Speak starts trending. Then number sign, "My hair is not a distraction." By midnight, her video has 1 million views. By morning, it's everywhere. The first leaked clip is grainy, just audio. The assistant principal's voice, sharp, "We need something safer." Her poem might make people uncomfortable, then silence, then a teacher whispering, "Just record it, don't get involved." Then Maya's voice, "I'm not your stagehand." The second video hits harder. Maya, backstage, tears in her eyes. Jessica reading her poem. The principal on the mic, lying about Maya's absence. The third, the hallway. Viola, days earlier, standing at parent night. Every staff member skipping her hand. She doesn't speak in the video. She doesn't need to. The internet connects the dots. This ain't microaggressions. This is erased in motion. Now the silence is screaming. CNN posts the clip. Janelle Monáe retweets, "That girl's voice? Sacred. That school. Shaking." Local news stations run it. Then national ones. Then podcasts. Then TikTok. Maya wakes up to 3 producers in her inbox and an invite to speak at a citywide education forum. But the school, they go quiet. Then I panicked, then defensive. "The incident is being taken out of context," the principal finally says in a press statement. "There were misunderstandings on both sides. There was no intention to cause harm." But no one's buying it. The context is the problem. The way Maya's voice was seen as dangerous. The way Black pride was treated like rebellion. The hashtags are loud, but the truth, even louder. First period. The bell rings like normal. But nothing about today is normal. Every single locker, from the cafeteria to the gym, is covered in white paper. Words written in bold black ink. "My hair is not a distraction." Let Maya speak. Silence is violence. Some lockers have poems, others have quotes. One has Maya's full name printed like a banner. "Who did this?" a teacher asks. But they already know. Students walk in wearing black t-shirts, Ankara headbands, fists drawn on their sleeves. Even some of the white kids are joining. The halls are quieter, but it's not silence, it's pressure. One teacher tries to rip a sign down. 3 students tape 2 more up. "You called her too much," one boy mutters. "Now you get all of her." Maya arrives last. Backpack tight, shoulders tense. But when she sees her locker, it's covered top to bottom, her poem printed in giant letters. A post-it note taped right in the center. "They tried to bury you, but didn't know you were a seed." She exhales. The building. It doesn't feel like theirs anymore. It feels like hers. "Mr. Halston, were you aware Maya Davis had been removed from the program without her consent?" The cameras are rolling. The air's thick. For once, he's the one in the hot seat. No hallway power, no polite smiles, just microphones and receipts. "There was miscommunication," he mutters, voice trembling. "So, the footage of you saying her poem would spark unnecessary attention. That was what? Fiction?" Flashbulbs pop. He shifts, sweats. The board chair clears her throat. Until further notice, Principal Halston is placed on administrative leave, pending a full investigation into racial discrimination. The room buzzes. Outside, students are chanting Maya's name. Inside, Viola just nods once, sharp, quiet pride in her eyes. "Maya Davis, the floor is yours." A hush falls over the gym. Same assembly, same crowd. But this time, no one's replacing her. She steps up, shoulders square, afro radiant. No hesitation, no trembling hands. "Some of you only saw defiance when I stood in truth. Some of you only heard noise when I spoke with love. But I'm still here, still rising." Silence. Then a single clap. Then another. Then the whole room on its feet. Even the students who once stared at her like she didn't belong, they rise, too. Not because she asked, because they finally saw her. Effective immediately, we are implementing the Maya Davis Cultural Expression Policy. The superintendent reads it line by line. No student shall be penalized for hair texture, cultural attire, or speech that reflects their identity. It's written, it's binding, it's hers. Maya doesn't smile for the cameras. She smiles for herself, because for once the system bent to her truth, not the other way around. Viola stands at the podium, not as a celebrity, not even as a warrior, but as Maya's mother. They underestimated my daughter because she didn't shout, but strength doesn't always come loud. She looks at the crowd, teachers, students, press. I stood back long enough. Never again. If speaking truth makes you unlikable, good. Applause rises, but Viola's already walking off. Her work here just beginning. The next Monday, Maya walks the halls. No hood, no headphones, no pretending to be smaller, just her. Head high, curls wide, eyes steady. Nobody says, tone it down. Nobody dares. A freshman whispers to a friend, that's her. Maya hears it, and this time, she smiles. She's no longer the quiet girl. She's the storm that refused to die quietly. They tried to silence my hair, my words, and my worth. But all they did was give me the mic. Have you ever been silenced just for being you? Because Maya's story? It's not rare, it's real. It's every classroom, every office, every hallway that whispers, tone it down. Drop a comment. I see you, Maya, if you've ever swallowed your truth. Share this if you believe identity is not a disruption. It's power.